What's good, family? You already know what this is. I am your boy JT, and you are watching the Twisted Tongue Podcast. What's good? It's Saturday. We made it through another week, and we got a show for you today. Today, we're going to talk about how the record labels are continuously to eat, even during a time of a pandemic. Meanwhile, the artists have to go out here and scam up-and-coming rappers just to try to get a paycheck. Now, how many times have I told you that celebrities would spit on you if you was on fire? But now they even went to another low. They actually are setting you on fire. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about. Not going to take up too much of your time, just a few minutes. Right here, we're listening to Keys on the Beat. So what I want to do is, you know how we was in church when we was kids and the pastor, before he came out, they would have announcements. Well, I want to start all my shows with recommendations. So I want to give you 5 things, and every week it'll be different. I want to give you 5 things that I recommend that you should check out. So I figure this week we'll start it off new, see how it works. We will start off with 5 YouTube channels that I think you might be interested in. I always preach uplifting, encouraging, upbuilding. Well, these 5 people, I think, kind of fit that criteria of what I think you may be interested in, as well as these are my 5 favorite things I like to listen to on YouTube. So we're going to go first. You're listening to it now. Keys on the Beat. You can find them on YouTube at QUISONTHEBEAT. No, I just said that wrong. QUISONDABEAT. Keys on the Beat. You can find him on YouTube. He's an up-and-coming producer out of Chicago. Check him out. Now, the next recommendation I want to give to you guys is going to be a YouTube channel called the Big Facts Podcast and the Rap Trap. Those are 2 different channels. My man A.O. Canseco, I like to call him a street psychologist, and he tried to help the youth. He give you guys a lot of stuff. Let me cut this down just a little bit, so I don't be trying to talk the beat. So the Big Facts Podcast and the Rap Trap by A.O. Canseco, and those are 2 pages that you I think you might be interested in. He deals with the youth. He's trying to tell the youth about a lot of his experience and the things that he has been through. And I think you might like it. I think you should check it out. Like I said, he's a street psychologist. He really puts it in. The third thing I want you to check out, and a lot of you guys already may know him, Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell is a revolutionist, and he has a real good channel where he really tried to help a lot of the youth because of the things that he's went through as well. And he wants to try to help the youth get out of the gang life, get out of street life. As he said, he want to try to help you from getting, what did he say, your snot box rocked. Yeah. So check out Hassan Campbell. Now for the ladies, I have 2 channels that you may like. One is called Nique at Night. Nique at Night. And she does what you guys like a lot. She does the, I don't want to say gossip, but she does the ghetto journalism, where she talks about what's going on, what's popping, what's happening now. And she don't come off to me as a person that's just trying to destroy someone or trying to shit on someone, but she's just relaying the stories that pretty much everybody's already is listening to. And the last one is Tanya TKO. Tanya TKO. Ladies might check out her page. She's very uplifting for the women. Says real good things, and even the men can enjoy that a little bit. So those are our recommendations. Now, before we get into our main discourse, I told you we're going to keep this like church. Before we get into the main discourse about how rappers are scamming and how the record labels are eating, I want to talk about something real quick. I know that a lot of you guys are seeing this. And I know the stigma that goes with this. So let me try to clear this up a little bit. I am a Freemason, ancient free accepted Mason. I'm a 4-letter Mason. And I can't stand what the music industry has done with my frat. Somehow they try to mix it into this Illuminati and serving God. First of all, I'm God body. I roll with God all day, every day. All right? There's no serving the devil here. And I hate how these rappers and these singers and just the industry in itself, maybe there's Illuminati. I don't know. I missed that meeting. You know, they say the Illuminati are the ones that's ruling stuff, and if you're part of the Illuminati, that you're on your way to becoming a billionaire, you just sold your soul to the devil. Well, I missed that meeting. As you can see, I'm barely over 100 subscribers. I work every day, all day for the little things that I have. No one has given me anything, and my path have not been easy. So if there is Illuminati that's connected with being a Mason, I missed that meeting. Well, I like to tell a lot of people, and this is the best way to describe it. The best way to describe it is, first of all, being a Mason, the reason why I became a Mason is because I wanted to be part of something bigger than myself. I've come up on the streets of Chicago. I came through the gang life, came through the gang structure. So once I got out of that, I still wanted to be part of something that was bigger than me, but this time I wanted to do it for good. So I became a Mason so I can do charity work. We do a lot of charity work. We feed a lot of people. And there's just a lot of things that we do. It's not what a lot of people think it is. A lot of people see me what we call, consider my light. I have on a hat, or I have on a coat, or I have on my jewelry, and it's always associated with Satan. And that's not how I get down. I want to put it to you like this to give an example of it. You know how the Italian mobsters, they would have a bread store, or they have some type of, I don't know, wine store, and it's an actual business. It's really a real business. The people that's working there are really employees. They're really selling bread. They're really selling their meats. They're really selling wines. But now maybe in the back, you may have the godfathers of the mob, or the actual mob members that's back there conducting whatever business they're conducting. Well, I'm in the front of that store when it comes to this right here. I'm not in the back of that store. Like I said, there is Illuminati. I missed that meeting. I was not asked to be part of it. And I probably will never be asked to be part of it, nor do I, because I roll with God. I'm the one that's in the front selling the bread, selling the meats, and that's just the way it is. All right, now, we got that out the way. I don't want to hold you guys. Let's get into our main discourse. I want you to imagine this. You're an artist. Let's say you was an artist of the 90s. And right now, your fizzle is gone. Your flame has went out. You might be working a regular job. You may not be working a regular job. But you have a family. And you guys are trying to make ends meet like everyone else. So all of a sudden, you see a television commercial, and you're hearing the song that you made at one time that was hot. A song that you went in the studio, you recorded, and you made it a hot song. And it was on the billboards, you sold a lot of records, and you hear this song playing by a major company. Now I'm going to mention the names of the major companies because you guys have a good idea of which way this is going. So you and your family, your wife is struggling to make ends meet. You're struggling to make ends meet. You guys have kids. Things aren't going so well. You was once this big time artist, and you hear this big company, this big brand company playing your song. And your kids looking like, Daddy, ain't that you? Your wife turned around and that's your song right there. That's your music right there. What's going on? Why are we, who's getting a check for this? Well, it's the record label. The record labels are getting a check for this. For your hard work, for what you put in, for your creativity, for your gift that God gave you, there's someone else that is prospering. Someone else that can sold that song, would allow that song to be used to a company that's making billions and billions of dollars. And you were the artist that actually performed that song, that actually came up with that song, and now you and your family struggling, and you ain't seen a dime of it. To show you how low and dirty they are, the store, the company that's using your music, doesn't even have the decency, to cash you in the commercial. They have to pay the people to be in commercials, right? Why not pay you? You just been strictly cut out. And the record label is the one that's making all the money. These record labels, even in time of a pandemic, are continuously to eat off of artists that have made them so much money. They're putting their kids through college off of your work. I'm going to say that one more time. These record labels, even during a pandemic, are eating off of your work, putting their kids through college off of your work, and here you, the artist, has to watch this on TV, and your kids look at you, and your wife look at you, like, why we not getting a piece of this? And we know why. And that's what we're going to get to. I always told you I want to make this something about living your best life in some shape, form, or fashion. But before we get to that point, it is so bad now that your favorite rapper's favorite rapper is scamming people now. Yeah, did y'all know that? And I'm not talking about a scam of credit card scams. I'm not talking about scamming a bank or writing checks and cracking your card. I'm not talking about that. They have reached an all-time low. Rappers now are inboxing up-and-coming rappers, are DMing up-and-coming rappers. Hey, I like your music. You sound good. How much money you got in the bank? Send me such and such amount of money, and you could be on my mixtape. Really? You really want to do that to someone? And you can't blame the person that's receiving that DM. They got to be just thrilled with joy. Oh, so-and-so, the rapper so-and-so like my music. He's going to put me on his mixtape. Let me give him just $600. Let me give him $700. Meanwhile, the rapper is going to probably take the song or whatever and put it on something that no one's going to hear, no one is going to see, and it's not even really going to exist because, let's face it, if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a noise? You can have all the trees in the forest crumble to the ground. But if there's no one around to hear it, to see it, to witness it, does it really make a noise? Does it really make sound? So now, not only do these rappers hate your guts, okay? You couldn't approach them. You couldn't talk to them. I'm talking about even before they were getting popped off. If you was at their concert and walked past them, they wouldn't spit on your ass if you were on fire. Now they're putting you on fire. Now, it wasn't good enough to be mean to people. It wasn't good enough to make fans feel like they were less than them. Now they actually want to take money out of your pocket. These rappers ain't shit. But yet a lot of you guys love these guys. A lot of you guys look up to these guys. A lot of you guys aren't working right now because you let a former record label owner, who, by the way, got his shit taken from him, tell you guys not to work. That's the stupidest advice I heard anyone give the younger generation, not to work. And I'm not going to go into it. I said it before. You work a job and you work on your dreams. Now, if you have a job, you have the money to finance your dreams, and you bring those together. No one's telling you to work for someone forever. But to outright tell young people not to work, stop listening to these rappers. You see they don't care about you. You see how low they would stoop to the point where they would try to snatch your dreams from you. Let's just say you only had $500 or $600 that you had, and you were using that money. You're using that $500 and that $600 because you want to try to get your stuff promoted. And now here come this creep, this garbage rapper who's garbage, who actually probably is done anyway when this virus is over with. A lot of these rappers, when this virus is over with, there's no coming back for them. They have to take your money. As if we didn't get them enough money. As if they don't have enough, didn't make enough. But no, you took all your money, you bought Bentleys. You took all your money, you bought big homes. You tricked off your money on all these women. You bought all this jewelry, thinking that it would never ever end. Let me tell you something. Everything comes to the end. That's why I try to tell the youth, get you a skill. Don't just rely on YouTube. Don't just rely on, I'm going to build my own business one day. Get you a skill. Because you never know what can happen. You never know when it could be snatched from you. And if you don't believe me, you go back and ask your favorite record label that told you guys not to work a job and ask him where's his record company and see how it was snatched from him and taken from him. This is unbelievable to me. Like I said, it's not enough that we supported these rappers. We let them talk to us any kind of way. We let them make us feel bad with their riches, embarrass us with their riches, tease us with their cars, tease us with their clothes and their women and their jewelry, and make us feel like we're insignificant, that we're nothing compared to them, but yet they gotta try to steal money from you. I'm gonna say that one more time. For so long, we have let them tease us with their riches. They teased us with their cars, and I'm balling. Your favorite rapper got $1 million worth of jewelry, but had to lose his home in foreclosure. Your favorite rappers on Instagram. And I'm not going to mention no names. I'm going to tell you why I'm not going to mention the names. A, it opens me up to liability because there's a good chance I probably got more than they have. Believe it or not. So it opens me up for liability because all they're going to do is lie and say their Instagram was hacked. That wasn't them. We know it was you. We know it was you. You going on Instagram trying to take these young kids' money, man? Really? Nah. Somebody got to say something. I'm surprised more videos aren't made about it. Hassan Campbell talked about it. Ayo Kaseko talked about it. I haven't heard too many other people talk about it. Stop letting these people get away with doing whatever they want to do to you. Now let's bring this full circle, okay? How can you live your best life from that? And I'm going to tell you. If you have a gift, if you have a talent, if you are an artist and God bless you, what God bless you with, that is what you are. If you was blessed with the gift to speak and to rap and to write and to rhyme or even to act, whatever gifts God gave you, that defines you. You don't sell it. I'm going to say it one more time. Whatever gifts that God gave you defines who you are. You don't give it away. You don't sell it. You keep your publishing. You keep your songs. You keep your tracks. To Keys on the Beat, the young man that tracks I'm playing out of Chicago, this is your music. You don't let no one take it from you. Don't let no one offer you 10,000 or 20,000. Because guess what? The same beat that we're listening to now, a big time store or a big time restaurant chain or whoever can pay whoever you sold it to 10 years from now, when a little $20,000 or $30,000 you done got is long gone, you done smoked it up, you done drank it up, you done bought your jewelry, you done had some little stank that you run around with, when all that money is gone. And 10 or 20 years from now, this same beat might be on a company that's making hundreds of millions of dollars. It might be endorsing their product, and they won't even put you in the commercial. They won't even pay you to be in the commercial while they're using something that you done sold to somebody. Keep your music. All bets are off. Remember what Master P said, and this stuck with me. And he did it with $1 million, which is something I don't think I can do. If someone came to me tomorrow and said, we want to buy Twisted Tongue podcast from you for $1 million, which I doubt it, but just say for the sake of this conversation, it happened, right? I don't think I could say no to that. Because I'd be like, hell, give me that $1 million, you can take this. I'll start another platform. But let's go back to what Master P said in the documentary that we just saw on BET about him. He said, if this man wanted to give me $1 million and he don't even know me, I can die tomorrow. He could never get his return on his investment. He want to just up and throw $1 million in my pocket and he don't even know me. My product, my gifts, my talents have to be worth 100 times that. And guess what? He was right. Master P went on to make hundreds of millions of dollars by turning down that $1 million. Live your best life, artists. Do not sell your product. Do not sell the rights to your stuff. The gifts that God gave you define who you are. That is yours. Now, if someone want to pay you to distribute it, if someone want to pay you to use it, like a leased car, you know, when you lease a car, what you do? You lease a car, that's not your car. And actually, leasing a car is the most smartest thing to do. But we say that for another video. When you lease a car, you pay the lease company to drive that car. But when that lease is up, that car goes back to that lease company. And then they can lease it out again. They can lease it out again. So they can continue to make money off of that car. Well, that's like your product. Whatever you have, whatever you're selling, whatever gifts that God gave you, whatever you have, you can use it over and over and over and over again. That is yours. You keep it. Don't let someone else live their best life off of your work. I want to end this by starting off, but I want to end this the same way I start off, just in case you missed what I said. Imagine if you are an artist who has fizzled out. You've had these great songs, these jingles that everyone loves. and now you're older, you're not in the industry anymore, you're working a regular job, you're trying to make ends meet, your wife is trying to make ends meet, you have mouths you have to feed, and all of a sudden, some big brand company that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars is playing a song that you made. You actually hear your voice. Your kids hear your voice. Your wife hear your voice. And while you all are struggling, you all are hungry, how do you think you're going to feel as a man? How do you think you are going to feel as a man? Knowing that this could have been you. That same company could have came directly to you. Hey, can we use this song in this commercial? And you and your family could be eating. Not only did this record label, who's continuously to eat in the time of a pandemic, while the artists have to scam, not only does big company lease the music from the record company, they didn't even put you in a damn commercial when they had to pay people to be in a commercial anyway. That is the least they could have done. Live your best life. Your worth is in your talent. The talent that God gave you, that belongs to you. That is what defines you. Just don't give it away. All right, I've been on here 22 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go, so I want to keep it sweet and short and concise. I promised you guys in the video I did yesterday, and I was thanking you. For those who didn't hear the video, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. When I first got into this, all I wanted was a strong 100. Like I said, I do this, and I'm not going to keep saying it. I've said it so many times. I do this out of fun. I do this out of hobby, recreation, whatever you want to call it. I don't do it. I'll never ask you guys for money. I don't want your money. I want your ear. I want you to listen. I want you to try to apply a lot of things that I say to your life. That's what I want from you. Keep your money. I would never ask you for donations. But when I first started this, I just wanted 100 strong. And over the last couple of days, that 100 strong ended up to be, I don't know, 118, 119, whatever. Regardless, that's like 100 million to me, because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to you. I'm going to let you guys go. I did promise you I would give you guys what I call true stories from the block when I was in the street. A lot of stories from the 90s when we was out there really getting in, doing our thing. I'm not going to do it this time because I want to go through my mental Rolodex, because I don't want to tell nobody's business. I'm only going to tell stories that I was directly involved in, even if there's crime involved in it. I do got one story on YouTube called Karma, and it's about a murder. And the reason why I could talk about that murder because I'm involved in it, and the other people that were involved in it are dead. So I want to go through my mental Rolodex, and I want to try to come up with good stories, things that you can learn from, not just for the sake of telling stories or to make you think that, yeah, I'm this and I'm that. That's whack. I'm a man. I work. I take care of my family. I'm a gentleman until I don't have to be one anymore. But I don't want to tell these stories just to try to pump myself up and none of that. But I want to tell you all these stories because there will be a message after each one of these stories. Something that hopefully you can take with you and you can learn from, okay? So I got to go through my memory and pick which stories I want to tell you. Because like I said, I don't want to tell nobody business. And I definitely don't want to incriminate myself. I have to talk about things that I know the statute of limitations are up with. So I will be giving you guys that when I do these, what I call main discourse. Go check out my guy Keith on the Beats. I know I probably said it wrong earlier because these lights are high and I just got started, so I had to get myself up in the lather so you might not even understood. I'm going to look at the screen so I can spell it for you guys, okay? It's Keith on the Beat, okay? Q-U-I-S-O-N-D-A-B-E-A-T. Keith on the Beat. Check out my man Hussein Campbell, the Revolutionist. Check out my man A.O. Canseco, the Ghetto Psychologist. He has 2 pages, the Big Facts Podcast and the Rap Trap. Check out Nika Knight for my sisters. She's sweet. I like how she do her thing. I can vibe with a chick like that. She ain't out here trying to really put people on blast or hurt people. And last but not least, ladies, check out Tanya TKO. Tanya TKO. She's a very interesting sister. I'm your boy JT. I hope you guys like this. And like I said, thank you for the new subscribers. And every Saturday, I'm going to drop a gem on you. Peace and love, y'all.